Welcome back, everybody, to another segment of Tech Tuesday on the Educational AD podcast. We'll be right back with today's tech guest, but as always, we want to give a shout out to our current sponsors. Now, don't hit that fast forward button. These are all companies that I used as an athletic director. I strongly encourage you to check them out. So take the next 3 minutes, listen to our commercial messages, then listen to our Tech Tuesday expert, then go visit these sponsors. I'm telling you, you're going to be glad you did. Here we go. We want to thank Huddle for their support of the podcast. As a football coach, I used Huddle for years, but when I became an athletic director, I made sure that our school was a Huddle school, and our coaches just loved it. Our student athletes loved it. Even our parents loved it because of the streaming. Go to huddle.com, join the 8 million users. Turn your school into a Huddle school. We also want to thank Sideline Interactive, indoor score tables and video boards. Go to sidelineinteractive.com and schedule a live web demo to see their score tables and their scoreboards in action. Probably one of the best purchases I ever made was our Sideline Interactive indoor score table. Go to sidelineinteractive.com. Take a look at their great products today. We also want to thank Hometown Ticketing, the leading digital ticketing provider to schools and colleges. Do I need to say anything more? Go to hometownticketing.com. It's digital ticketing that offers more. We want to say thanks to Gipper. You know, your students are on social media, and if you're not posting content to celebrate your teams and promote your programs, you're really missing out. Go to Gipper.com. They'll have you creating world-class content in seconds. Mention the podcast, you'll get a nice discount. That's Gipper.com. We also want to thank Snap Raise. If you've ever been disappointed with the results of your fundraiser, you need to stop right here. Go to snapraise.com. Hands down, the best online fundraiser out there. We used it at our school, tremendous success. Our coaches loved it. Our parents loved it. It works. Go to snapraise.com. Check out their other great platforms. But if you're looking for a fundraiser, you found it. Go to snapraise.com. We also want to thank Vital Signs Wall of Fame. If you're looking for a really cool way to display your school record boards for all the teams, for all the events, or show off your school's Hall of Fame, go to Vital Signs Wall of Fame and take a look at their interactive touchscreen video consoles. They're also a great way to tell your school's unique history and share your proudest moments. The website is vitalsignswalloffame.com. Take a look at them today. We want to say thanks to Home Campus. Home Campus is a platform that you're going to use every single day. Things like scheduling, communication with your stakeholders, communication with your state. How about athletic clearance and eligibility? Who doesn't do that every day? Home Campus does all of this and more. Does it better? Does it faster? Go to homecampus.com. That's it. Just homecampus.com to get started. We want to thank the Ohio University Online Masters in Athletic Administration. Tremendous program where you not only earn your master's degree, you also complete 11 NIAAA leadership training courses to go towards your CAA. My assistant AD is a graduate of the Ohio University Master's in Athletic Administration and just raves about it. And I can tell you, it's really helped him. Go to ohio.edu/info/MAA, the Ohio University Master's in Athletic Administration. And we'd like to thank Athletic Surveys by LifeTrack. You've never used a survey to take the pulse of your program, you're really missing out. Athletic directors already get feedback from the complainers, but that's really only a small percentage of your school. Athletic Surveys is going to let you hear back from the 98% that support your program. And that information is tremendously valuable, especially when you're sitting with a frustrated parent, or maybe your principal, or even your school board. Go to athleticsurveys.com. Let them help you take your athletic program from good to great. Welcome back, everybody, to another segment of Tech Tuesday on the Educational AD podcast. Our guest today is Elissa Craig. She is the head of marketing for a company called Headliner. Now, if you're a regular follower of our podcast, you'll know that I use Headliner, their audiogram feature, to help promote some of our podcasts. It's a really cool piece of tech. And it's one of those things that you've heard me say many times before. It's so easy. Even Jake can use it. But Elissa Craig, welcome to the Educational AD Podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, you and I connected. You had a post on LinkedIn, and I said, well, that's pretty cool. We need to get her on our Tech Tuesday segment. Before we jump into all things Headliner, share a little bit about yourself and your background with our listeners so they can kind of get to know you.
Yeah, of course. So, hi, my name's Elissa. I am a Kentucky native. I'm currently living in Nashville, Tennessee, though. I went to undergrad at Morehead State University and then had the honor and privilege to go to Vanderbilt's Owen Graduate School of Management. Studied my I got my master's in marketing over there. Um, Wound up at Headliner. It was really just connecting on LinkedIn. I was kind of, in that job hunting around. And I happened upon Headliner and the co-founder, Oliver. He reached out to me and I've been here ever since. So I've just been doing marketing for Headliner and just talking to podcasters like yourself and just helping people grow their audience.
Well, I'm really glad that you and I had a chance to connect. And as I mentioned, I use one of the Headliner features called the audiogram. I'm not even going to try to explain but again, it is so easy and it's very effective. I've gotten some great feedback from our listeners. Can you share with our listeners maybe a little bit about what the audiogram is and then some of the other really cool features that are available through Headliner?
Yeah, so of course the audiogram tool, that product is called Make by Headliner, but an audiogram, all it does is it allows you to convert an audio file into a video file. So that makes it shareable on social media or even getting a podcast, either clips or full episodes up onto YouTube. So we're seeing people find a lot of ears out there, as especially YouTube and social media are kind of growing as podcast discovery platforms. So those audiograms, they can vary a lot in style. So within Headliner, we have a lot of templates that people can quickly pick and choose from. Pick your colors, make it your own, branded to your podcast or your show. And then also you can kind of incorporate different video forms as well. So if you would like captions or anything on there, you can totally stylize it, make it your own, as creative, designable as one, or you can keep it simple like I like to do and just use one of those templates, branded up. But those are primarily what the audiograms are. However, Headliner, and I guess it's been almost a year now, we did launch a new product. It's called Eddie. But whenever you do log into your Headliner account, Eddie's just denoted by that pink transcription button. But by clicking that, not only do you get a free transcript for your show, but you also get the podcast promo pack. And we say that it's every little bit of everything you'd ever need to help market and grow your show. You get social captions, blog posts, newsletter copy, show notes with chapters, episode art. It really does kind of give you everything that you need. And that, again, is completely free to anybody with a Headliner account. But the other really cool thing about that promo pack is when you're in the upload process, you're able to either insert your RSS feed or just search for your show as well. But Eddie will actually take all that data that's attached to your RSS feed, look back at your past work, and try and mimic your branding, your tone, and your style. So however you're formatting, Eddie will try and create output, just because we know AI can be a little robotic, a little AI. So we're trying to make Eddie something that podcasters truly do want to use. And the really cool thing about that as well is we also have an adjust feature. So you're able to kind of go in and inform Eddie a little bit, make it more tailored to your show and something that you would really want to use. And then again, the longer you use Eddie, the better it gets. So it will try and learn from those edits that you make, either in the UI or out in the web. It does kind of like to watch you an appropriate amount and say like, okay, this is kind of what they like to do. This is the formatting. I want to work as hard for them as I can. So that's kind of what Eddie does. And then another really cool thing about Eddie as well is it does give you about 20 different clips that you can pick and choose from. So if you're looking to market, either say you have like a guest on your show, or if you're gearing up for a big event, that's something that you can really kind of have a lot of content to go out and really help market whatever you're trying to market with Eddie.
Yeah. Again, I noticed that on this last audiogram that I created I'm going, wait a minute. I didn't even have to click that, and I'm already at that next screen. So it does work. And for those ADs out there that are listening or coaches, if you're not using a lot of tech yet, I really want to emphasize how easy it is to use this. And as Elissa just explained, it's even easier now with the additional features. Um, Elissa, talk to that AD like me, somebody in
Mhm.
that older generation that might still be a little bit tech averse. What would be, an easy way for them to kind of dip their toe in the water? But because I'm telling you, it's a great tool. And I'll say this and then I'm going to be quiet. I'll let Elissa talk. It took me all of, let's say, 5 minutes to create the audiogram to promote our Monday episode over the weekend. So it's not a big chunk of your time. So Elissa, what else can you share with these ADs that might be on the fence a little bit?
Yeah, so we really have tried to make Headliner as easy as possible to use. I would not say by any means that I'm a tech-oriented person. Granted, I do work at a tech company, but we like to joke too, if I can use it, then truly, truly anybody can use it. But we do have an automatic audiogram feature, and that's going to kind of be like, we call it a set it and forget it tool. So pretty much you'll just log into your account. You'll go through a process. It's very guided. We try and prompt you as much to kind of point you in the right direction. And you can pick out a template. You can create your own. If you're feeling a little more design oriented, you want to take a little bit more time with it, you can totally do that. But with the automatic audiogram, we'll try and pull in everything for you automatically. And we'll even just send you an email when everything's ready. So every time you post your show, then kind of we'll get to work for you and we'll start giving you some content and we'll just send you an email saying, hey, this is ready. If you want to review it, you can. So you can just click in the email and we'll direct you directly to whatever we created for you. And then from there, there's different buttons and different levers that you can pull. So you can say like, I loved that. Awesome. Download it, upload it, put it into the world. If you're not the biggest fan of it, we do have a way for you to kind of pick and choose and guide the product a little bit more. So you can get a better clip that you would prefer. But it really is pretty easy. I mean, just throughout the entire process, it's very much yes, no, clicking the buttons. It's nothing too crazy. We've worked with a lot of podcasters out in the world, at different levels of interest in tech, especially. So we really tried to kind of distill that down and make it a tool that works well and that people are able to use.
Yeah, I want to emphasize everything that you just said. It is so easy. And one other thing, I do this myself manually, but I could because Headliner allows it. Once you've created your audiogram, you can automatically, with just one click, Headliner will upload it to your social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, et cetera. So you don't have to do that initially. It really is a cool app. Elissa, thanks so much for sharing. If one of our listeners wanted to reach out, pick your brain a little bit more, find out more about how they could use this, or just add you to their network, what's the best way that they can get a hold of you and Headliner?
Yeah, I would say me personally, I'm extremely active on LinkedIn. I believe that's how we initially connected. So on LinkedIn, I'm just Elissa Craig, Elissa. Um, if you're looking to learn more about Headliner, connect with the company itself, we're headliner.app on everything. That's our website. That's all of our social media handles. Pretty straightforward right there.
Well, once again, thanks so much for sharing with our listeners. Listeners, I'm telling you, you got a great resource here, so check it out. All the best moving forward, and let us know what we can do to help Headliner grow.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. For listeners, we appreciate you. And just a reminder, we upload the Zoom recordings of all of our interviews to the Educational AD Podcast YouTube channel. We do this every week with another tech tip and just about every day with best practices. Come back next time on the Educational AD Podcast. Thanks again. Once again, Headliner, check it out. Really neat tool to promote your program. Speaking of promotion, we want to thank all of our sponsors for everything they do to help us share best practices with you. So go and visit these sponsors: Gipper, Huddle, Sideline Interactive, Hometown Ticketing, Snap, Raise, Home Campus, Athletic Surveys by LifeTrack, the Ohio University Masters in Athletic Administration, and Vital Signs Wall of Fame. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you next time on Tech Tuesday on the Educational AD Podcast.